I'm Nate. 16 years ago, I picked up a golf club for the first time, and this sport completely took over my life. I started the turn because I wanted a place to talk about professional golf the way I talk about it with my friends. Honestly, passionately, and without overthinking it. This is episode 1 on Sports Talk Media HQ, and I could not have picked a better moment to start. Because tomorrow, at Aronimink, somebody's career is about to change. Maybe it's Rory completing another legendary comeback. Maybe it's Smalley shocking the golf world. Maybe it's Rahm reminding everybody why he's still one of the most dangerous players on the planet. But one thing is clear. This PGA championship is completely wide open. Why did I say that? Because the leaderboard is absolutely packed. You've got surprise names. You've got major champions lurking. You've got Rory. You have Scheffler, who are both climbed back into contention. And you've got more than 20 players who still believe they can win this golf tournament. At majors, Saturday separates contenders from dreamers. Yesterday was like a survivor out there on the golf course. Let's break it down. The biggest story heading into today's final, PGA Championship final round, is not just who's leading, it's how open this tournament still is. Smalley sits at 6 under par, heading to the final round. 2 clear of a 5-way tie for second. But honestly, this doesn't feel like a tournament with a clear favorite. It doesn't. And that's very different. This is a major waiting for somebody to take control emotionally. Because Aronimink is not allowing players to relax. The rough is punishing, the greens are demanding, and mentally, this course keeps asking difficult questions. What impressed me most about Smalley today was not the score itself. It was the response. Early in the round, he looked uncomfortable. His first tee shot was almost off the mat to the right. He went 3 over through 4 holes. 3 over through 4 holes. The pressure was clearly there. But he steadied the ship on the back 9. 5 birdies in the last 7 holes. Think about it. 5 birdies in the last 7 holes. In a pressure-packed environment. And he gave himself breathing room by the end of yesterday. So by the end of the 3rd round, he gave himself some breathing room. That matters. Because major championships are rarely clean emotionally. Winners of majors usually survive some turbulence better than everybody else. Look back to the Masters Championship. It just finished. Rory, he had the lead and then he gave up the lead and he was an emotional roller coaster for him. And eventually, he won. He won his second Masters, winning back-to-back Masters. But here's the reality check on Smalley. He has never won on the PGA Tour. Holding a 54-hole lead at the New York Championship on Sunday with Rory and Rahm chasing you down, that's an entirely different kind of pressure. It's different for someone who hasn't won before. Really excited to see how well he responds to that. Now, let's talk about that chasing pack, because this is where Sunday gets really interesting. That's where it gets interesting. 5 players sit at 4 under par, just 2 shots back of Smalley. You got Ludwig Aberg, you got John Rahm, you got Nick Taylor, Rory, and Maddie Schmidt. This is an incredibly diverse group. The group has some experience, some youth, some major pedigree, and first-timers. Aberg continues to look like a future major champion. The talent is obvious. The composure is impressive. But Sunday major pressure is still a completely different experience. It is. Rahm is my dark horse. His ball striking has been elite at times this week. And emotionally, he looks patient. That matters because this course punishes frustration quickly. And we know what Rahm is capable of when he starts building momentum on Sunday afternoon. We know what he can do. When he starts building that momentum, Rahm is a very great player. He was a world number 1 at some point. So he's a great player. Nick Taylor is quietly dangerous too. People forget how calm he looked winning the Canadian Open under enormous pressure. That experience matters in moments like this. And Aaron Rai, he may actually benefit from flying slightly under the radar today. He may benefit. Sometimes the most dangerous player in a major championship is the guy nobody is talking about. Once the pressure is off you, you can play freely. And when players play freely, a lot of good things do happen. Now let's talk about the man everybody in golf is watching right now. Rory McIlroy. Rory McIlroy. What a turnaround this has been. After opening with a disappointing round that left him tied for 5th, he was tied for 105th. Most people thought Rory was finished in this championship. But major champions don't panic early. And what Rory has done over the last two rounds, including yesterday's, is incredibly dangerous. Round 1 wasn't good. The next 2 rounds, it was dangerous to the rest of the field. That was dangerous. He played really great. He now sits at 3 under par, just 3 shots off the lead. And honestly, he may be playing the best golf of anyone in this field right now. He may be. He shot a 66 in the 3rd round. 66. His 25th career major championship round of 66 or better. Guess who has more? Tiger Woods. If you guess Tiger, your guess is right. Only Tiger Woods has more with 28. And here's the storyline nobody's talking about enough. If Rory wins this PGA championship, he will have made history in 2 ways. Number 1, it will be his 3rd Aronimink trophy. He has 2 before, this will be his 3rd one. Second, he started this tournament tied for 105th after round 1. The worst starting position ever overcome by a major winner was Steve Jones at the 1996 US Open. He was tied for 84th after round 1. Rory started even lower than that, 105th. So it's going to be interesting. A win here would become one of the greatest comeback stories in major championship history. Even where he started, that would be a great story. Here's why I think Rory may actually be the most dangerous player on the board today. Freedom. Pressure is not fully on him anymore. He already completed the career Grand Slam. The biggest question of his career is gone. It's gone. Now he's playing aggressively, confidently, loser. Just play loser. And when Rory gets into that mindset, he becomes terrifying because very few players in golf can overwhelm a golf course the way he can. He's one of the best drivers of the game. When he drives the ball, he drives it long. If Rory gets off to a fast start tomorrow, his entire championship changes immediately. The fast start by Rory changes the game today completely. And before we move on, let's take a moment for Jordan Spieth, because every PGA championship carries a specific weight for him. The Open Championship, he only needs this one, the PGA Championship. That's what stands between him and golf immortality. If he wins this tournament one day, he becomes just the 7th player in history to complete the career Grand Slam. 7th player. Phil Mickelson is still waiting on US Open to complete his career Grand Slam. That shows you how rare it is to complete a career Grand Slam. When Jordan does, I hope he does one day, he'll be the 7th player to do that. But this week at Aronimink, I don't think it's happening. He will watch Sunday, today, from outside the top 40. And somewhere in the back of his mind, he knows another opportunity has passed. He's still talented enough, still creative enough. He's dangerous enough. He's still dangerous. But the window gets slightly smaller each time this championship ends without his name on the Wanamaker trophy. That's not criticism. That's just the brutal reality of chasing history in professional golf. Here is the name I think is flying under the radar heading into Sunday. Xander Scheffler. Xander Scheffler. He's also sitting at 3 under par, right alongside Rory McIlroy in that crowded chasing group. And here is why Scheffler worries me more than almost anybody on this leaderboard. He has been here before, many times. Xander has the major pedigree, the composure, and the ball striking ability to go very low on a Sunday when he needs to. He doesn't panic, doesn't force things. And on a golf course, patience matters more than aggression. Our profile becomes incredibly dangerous. Don't let the names above him distract you from the fact that Xander is absolutely capable of shooting something in the mid-60s tomorrow and winning this championship. Very possible. We can't talk about this tournament without talking about Scotty Scheffler, the world number 1, the defending PGA champion, and somehow still slightly under the radar heading into the final round today. This Sunday, is slightly under the radar. Scheffler sits at 1 under par, 5 shots of the lead, 5 shots. Realistically, 5 shots on a major championship setup like this is a serious climb because it's a start leaderboard. But here is what I would say about Scheffler. Great players don't need their best stuff to stay dangerous. And even when he hasn't looked fully sharp this week, he still finds a way to keep himself hanging around the leaderboard. He's still hanging around. His putting has been the issue. There were a lot of putts I thought he was going to make. And if he had made those putts, it would probably be a different story right now. But he didn't make them. But if he suddenly finds confidence on the greens tomorrow, even briefly, he absolutely has the tee to green game to make a run. He can make a run. We've seen him do that. In the Masters, he came and he made a run, even though it was a little too late. I'm not picking Scheffler to win, but I'm definitely not writing him off either. I'm not writing him off. As somebody who plays golf myself, even on a recreational level, what always amazes me about major championship is how mentally exhausting they look by Saturday afternoon. Today, Sunday, is going to be about emotional control more than shot making. Everyone here can hit golf shots. These are pros. Everyone can hit golf shots. But major championship becomes psychologically contest late Sunday afternoon. It becomes like a psychological constant. Who responds best after a bogey? As a player, you make a bogey, you make a mistake, or you miss a short putt. How do you respond? Who stays patient? Who avoids forcing hero shots? Who embraces the pressure instead of fearing it? That's what I'll be watching, especially over the final 6 holes. Because this leaderboard is so crowded that momentum could swing every 15 minutes. During the Masters, we were having leaderboard changes. No, it was very frequent. I expect the same thing. Every 15 minutes, I'm expected to just see some momentum swing. That's what I'm looking forward to when I watch the game today. And honestly, I would not be surprised at all if we get a late drama or even a playoff. It's possible. From the way things stand right now, any of those things are possible. All right, prediction time. Look at the leaderboard after round 3. It was interesting. But I have to make a pick. I'm going to make a pick. My pick to win the PGA Championship is, drum roll, Rory McIlroy. Not just because of the score, not just because of the form, because mentally, he looks free right now. He's going for his 3rd Aronimink trophy. He's already completed the career Grand Slam. There's nothing to fear. And sometimes, the most dangerous player in golf is the one with confidence and nothing left to prove. Nothing left to prove. My dark horse tomorrow is John Rahm. John Rahm could win too. He's my dark horse to win. My sleeper pick will be Xander Scheffler. And my bold prediction, we are going to see multiple lead changes on the back line tomorrow. Today, this afternoon, we're going to see multiple lead changes today. On Sunday afternoon, expect multiple lead changes. This tournament feels built for drama. It's built for drama. This is episode 1 of the turn on SportsTalk Media HQ. Drop your winner predictions in the comments. Can Rory complete the comeback and win his 3rd PGA Championship from outside the top 100 after round 1? Can Xander Schauffele quietly steal this thing? Or does Alex Smalley hold his nerve and win his first PGA Tour title on the biggest stage of his life? Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you after the final round for reactions and full breakdowns from the PGA Championship. At majors, talent matters. But on Sunday afternoons, composure decides everything. Enjoy the golf. Thank you.